Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. We have the 30-day data on collector boxes of Unfinity, and it's kind of sad that I think a lot of people are going to just skip this video because, well, it's Unfinity. But I think these are actually some pretty interesting data, and I'm going to draw some wild conclusions from them, so buckle up. So, up to 1 day before release, Unfinity had sold 588 boxes. That's, right about here on TCG Player. So these are data just ripped from TCG Player, and I normalize them across here to their release date so that we can compare different products at the same point in their respective life cycles. And so 588 boxes up to here, and then out to release plus 30 days, it's now sold 1,376 boxes. So 788 boxes in the first about 30 days of full release. That's about 26 boxes per day. And the price held. It held around $200. And I know we were all kind of surprised about that. And we were all thinking, like, what's going to happen if Unfinity goes and joins all these other collector boxes and crashes down into the 180s or the 170s or 150s or, 130s? What happens if it crashes down too? And what if Dominaria United had crashed like that also? But, it's held at about $200 on this 7-day moving average. So, what can we compare this to that will be interesting? And I know this kind of looks depressing, but Baldur's Gate and Streets of New Capenna? Okay, so Baldur's Gate is the red line, Streets of New Capenna is the yellow line. Yes, Unfinity is below both of them, but it's not as bad as it could have been. And I think that's saying something because Unfinity, it's an unset. They're just never as popular. Wizards is trying to twist people's arms by putting black border cards in them now. And, it didn't fail as bad as I think a lot of us thought it would. I certainly thought it would be worse than this. I thought, an unset, it'll definitely undersell standard sets, even a unpopular or really just a neglected standard set like Streets of New Capenna, the yellow line here. I thought, oh yeah, it'll undersell it by a huge margin. And well, yeah, it's undersold it some, but not nearly so bad as I thought. And in some ways, it's kind of outperformed even more because remember this red line of Baldur's Gate, this was a premium price product. And so to have Unfinity come in and basically maintain a price above Baldur's Gate at the same point in their respective life cycles, I think is really good. Now, why might this be? Obviously, I really doubt that there's suddenly some newfound interest in unsets with this one. Yeah, there's black bordered cards, there's the ridiculous stickers and all these other things. But I suspect WotC's just holding product back. And I think that we'll be able to look backwards from the future and we'll be able to see that Unfinity boxes and probably Dominaria United boxes and probably soon to be Brothers War boxes, the collector boxes especially, are going to be available from distributors for a while. I bet they're going to come back. I bet WotC's going to release a second wave. I bet this is not all of it because the market probably would not have responded so well if this had been all of it. So that's my current working theory. And even though this blue line of cumulative sales of the Unfinity collector boxes is below the other lines of even these unloved and in some cases hated sets, I think it's not nearly as bad as it could have been. And I think that we may be starting to see a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of controlling of the bleeding in effect that Dominaria United has not crashed down either. It's held very strong around 195 to 205, but it hasn't crashed into that 180, 170, 160 kind of zone that a lot of standard collector boxes had been. So overall, I think even this poor performance compared to what we've become accustomed to might be good news. So let's hope that WotC is, slowly starting to make some changes. I definitely think by the time that Phyrexia comes out in February, we will see some real changes. Something. I don't know yet. Maybe they'll just hold back more product. Maybe they'll just still print to oblivion, but they'll hold back more of it. Who knows what they'll do by then. I'm not sure, but by February, I think that's when we're really going to see some changes being implemented. You know, WotC has been through this cycle before. It's come out the other side. It's had boom periods after previous cycles like this. Magic isn't going away. WotC isn't going away. They will eventually pivot, fix these problems, and turn things around. It's just a matter of when. And I think that when we come forward to February for the Phyrexia set, we're really going to see it. But the big unknown that leaves in the meantime is Dominaria Remastered. You know, it's going to be another premium set. Hopefully they don't blunder it as bad as they did Time Spiral Remastered with the print runs and only giving a couple boxes to stores and then dumping all the rest of the very limited supply of it on Amazon. So cross your fingers. Hopefully we're starting to maybe see the decline come under control, and eventually here in the next few months we'll hit a bottom. So let me know what you think. I know I'm probably being too optimistic, but like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot, everyone.